You're watching Flippy James Disc Golf. My name is James. Happy you're here. This video is a review of the Lone Star Artemis. I'm going to talk about how it feels, show you the different ways it flies, and try and help you decide if this disc should go in your bag or not. This is actually my very first Lone Star disc, and I have to thank Ben from jbdisc.com for giving me this to review, and he's also giving you 15% off any Artemis off of his site using the code FlippyJArtemis, and that code's good for the next 2 weeks. If you happen to watch YouTube on a television like I do, you can grab your phone right now and scan this code. I guess it would work if you're watching on a computer as well. We're gonna start off by playing a couple of different holes and getting warmed up, and I'm gonna put this up against my zone, which I'm used to throwing, and then towards the end of the video, I'm gonna come back here and throw a couple more shots to make sure I get it on hyzer, flat, and anhyzer, and I brought like 4 other brands of overstable approach discs with me, so if you're trying to switch or you have one of these already, you're gonna see how it flies compared to this one. Hole 1, this is 309 feet. Artemis is going first on every throw. Kept that a little low. It was much higher. Zone just went a little bit farther. I did give it more height. I got my Artemis in alpha plastic because on Lone Star's website, they say that alpha is what their flight numbers are based off of, which the Artemis is 4403. Another thing about the plastic that Ben mentioned is that the ones that he got in his shipment, all of the alpha ones are a pop top. The Bravo ones are a puddle top, and then all the ones that are in Delta plastic are completely flat. This one's a little chipper, 156 feet. I do throw overstable approach discs forehand more so, I'd say, than backhand. On this one, you don't want to go too far past the basket because it goes straight downhill. All right, move the camera. Gonna put both of these on hyzer. Oh, I tried. It really was wobbly though. That's great. Definitely didn't come out of my hand clean. There is something about the grip on that I noticed, and if you know who Kyle is, I mention him on this channel all the time, he let me borrow a disc that gonna help me explain how that one feels. Those are touching each other, no need to go and putt. We got 262 feet. Sometimes this grass here and over here on the right side, it's tall, like don't go in it, you don't want to lose a disc. And so I'm going to put these both on anhyzer backhand and see if we can get them to flex. I don't want to throw it too high because you can throw a lot of things high and get it to fade back, even if it's understable. And so I'm going to try and keep it low and really show a true flex line with these discs. Very subtle headwind, a little bit left or right. Get over the rocks, please. Oh yeah, that's great. I like that. It didn't fight back super hard, but it was definitely coming back. I have had the zone for over a year, and so it's held up pretty true if you throw a zone and you're comparing it to this disc. Get in the basket. Oh, on the rocks. Dang, that was close. 2 holes ago, how I talked about how the Artemis came out a little bit wobbly. It might be because of the plastic. It is kind of malleable. Why did I choose that word? I don't say that word. It's the right word, but I am used to the Zone, which is in Z plastic. It's gummy, but at the same time, the flight plate, it feels stiffer. Over here to the left, we have a downhill slope that you don't want to go down, just like you don't want to end up in this tall stuff. So I think a forehand, if you have it, is the right play here. We only got a couple more holes left that I think these discs will be good for, to show you holes maybe on your local course that you would throw this on. And so I'm going to run through these, then head back to the field area. City, Utah. Ooh. Can't let the Artemis beat my zone, can I? No, sir. Oh, you dirty dog, you. Oh, that putt felt so good. Oh, that's so sad. All right, finally in some shade. We're gonna play one last hole here. You have to be a bit more precise with this one. You wanna get it out of this little gap, and then it is to the right. Let me turn this down for you so you can see the disc fly better. Oh my goodness. Let's Let's make that next time. Okay, back in the field, I'm gonna throw the Artemis on hyzer, flat, and anhyzer, but I'm gonna do it differently than how I have done reviews in the past. I'm gonna put this in slow motion so you can see exactly how it is released out of my hand, but this does sacrifice some zoom in quality when I zoom in on my computer when I'm editing this. So if you've watched my videos for a while, let me know if it makes a difference or if it helps versus the zoom in quality. Hope that made sense. Also, these are gonna just be simple releases. I'm not gonna put a whole lot of power on them. We're just making sure the throw is clean and using them for an approach disc, not a distance disc. All right, for the flat shot, I'm gonna throw the Artemis, but I'm also gonna throw a VIP Harp, Razor Claw 3, a Zone, and a Yarn. Just in case if you have one of these discs and you're looking at the Artemis, this will help you specifically decide if you want this one instead. Or two, you can have both. And then after I throw all of these, I'm gonna tell you which one I think it compares most to, flight-wise and feel-wise, because it's different. All right, so based on feel only, the two discs that the Artemis is least like is the Razor Claw 3 and the Harp. Both of these have a way deeper dish than the Artemis. What I think it's most like is the Zone and the Yarn. In a previous video, I said the Yarn feels like if the Harp and a Zone had a baby. And so I think the Artemis feels like if the Zone and the Yarn had a baby. Ooh, that's kind of a jacked up family tree. I don't know if I can say that. So this one has a pop top, it has a shallow dish, and the inside kind of goes in, and there's a flat part on the bottom of the parting line. That's the shape of this disc. For the flight, I think this is more so like my Harp, maybe Harp and Zone mix, because it wants to go farther forwards before it fades, but it still always fades. But sometimes, like as you could see in the flat shots at the end here, it didn't fade that hard. I did like throwing the Artemis though. I think if I got another one, I'd want to try it in both the other plastics. Hearing that the Bravo ones are puddle topped, I'm not the biggest fan of that. I want it to be more flat, but I think I would like the disc to be stiffer. Delta might be stiff. I think it's supposed to be softer. That being said, the feel of the plastic in my hand when I grip it, I like it. I don't think it's like, oh my gosh, I love it, but it's definitely not, I don't hate it. If there was a middle line there, I'd be more towards the like it side. It's nice. If you do want to pick one of these up, use the link in the description and use Flippy J Artemis at checkout. You're gonna get 15% off. Also, he has free shipping on all of his discs, so the price you see is the price you pay. I would hurry though, because I think there's gonna be less than 10 on his site. I did see a picture of one in Delta 2, this blue one. That one's sick. If this video helped you decide if the Artemis is for you or not, please give it a like, subscribe to join the Flippy fam so you don't miss out on future videos. If you wanna see a review of any of the other discs I threw in this video, I will leave them linked right here at the end of this one, which the end is now. Thanks for watching.